200 plus refugees land in South Africa out of nowhere. No documents, no clarity, no verification, no passports, no idea who signed what. You don't know their names, absolutely nothing. It's like they fell out of the sky. They spawned like video game NPCs in a glitchy video game. And they somehow landed at OR Tambo International Airport. And suddenly, the entire timeline is exploding with people and activists online screaming, Israel did this. They didn't want to stamp their passports. That's why they're undocumented. What are you talking about? Israel doesn't even stamp passports. They haven't stamped a passport since Elvis Presley's last banger. They don't stamp. They literally do not stamp. This is not even controversial. It's the state policy. It's not political. It's not a hot take. It's literally something you can Google. They give you a green card. They don't stamp. You can Google it right now, unless your data is finished because you used it watching the SABC try to make you feel sorry for the refugees that arrived here. So that's the first line, the first lie crossed off the list. Done. Quick, clean, gone. Lie number 2. This is where the stupidity starts doing push-ups. The refugees were sent here. They were human trafficked. The refugees weren't sent. The refugees are not Amazon parcels. You don't scroll on Take a Lot, click add to cart and choose Cape Town delivery before 5 p.m. Then boom, they're here. DHL does not bring refugees. FedEx does not bring refugees. This is not an Uber Eats for international crises. It's not a gang that got them here. Refugees apply through the United Nations. Refugees apply through governments. They had to pay $2,000 to get here. They just got on a plane and flew here. If you have to pay to become a refugee, then congratulations, my friend. You did not immigrate, you got scammed. And you got scammed so hard, you might as well frame the receipt and hang it in Home Affairs as a warning to others. By the way, did I just say they paid $2,000? How? I thought these were oppressed people who were in a poor city of Gaza. The story is not adding up. I'm trying to connect the dots here. Aren't these supposed to be oppressed refugees who had to leave their wallets and everything behind? How did each and every one of them come up with $2,000 each to give you? But here's where it gets Olympic level stupid. Not only did these people just get on a plane and get here, now this is triple backflip, land in the splits stupidity. South African activists have gotten into the mix, blaming Israel. Again, for the 900th time this year. For the weather, for the price of eggs, for the potholes, for UCT, for the fact that their laptop is from 2013, everything is Israel's fault. And for literally everything except load shedding, they'll give them about 48 hours, they'll find a way to say the Palestinian refugees couldn't come because of load shedding, which is Israel's fault. All Mossad's fault. Sama is a Mossad plant. Let me ask you something insane, something radical, something borderline illegal in this country. Logic. I'm going to use logic. Why would a state you're accusing of genocide help people escape genocide? Israel sent them here. Why would they rescue the very people you say they're trying to destroy? Why would they give humanitarian assistance to the exact population that the activists online swear they're trying to erase? Make it make sense. No, actually don't. It can't make sense. But this is South Africa, where logic is optional and outrage is compulsory. We don't do rational thinking over here. All we do is vibes, slay queens, conspiracy theories. Actually, they're not conspiracy theories because they're always proven to be true. I scratch that. Eskom switches off the power every time we're onto something. And now let's talk about the Free Palestine protesters. Where are they? Where are those Free Palestine women online? The women who were screaming Free Palestine, wearing hijabs, although they're not Muslims, walking down the nice, clean streets of Cape Town, taking pictures with hungry children for Instagram engagement. Where were they? They were marching, remember, chanting, being invited to SABC interviews. They were warriors on weekends and influencers on weekdays, busy putting flags in their Instagram bios like it was a digital fashion statement. If there was a pretty girl you liked on Instagram, go to her bio. There was probably a Palestine flag there. A batch of refugees, supposedly from the same place you were fighting for, are here now. Well, brave warriors, where are you now? They have arrived. Bravo. 10 out of 10. This is your moment. I thought you wanted to go viral. But now these refugees arrive and suddenly everyone is quiet. Not a peep, not a cricket, not a march, not one poster, not even a badly spelled cardboard sign that says justice for Palestine, but they put S for the C in justice. Where are the Instagram warriors with the Palestine flag in their bios? Where's the solidarity now? Where's the from the river to the sea chorus? Why did Gift of the Givers have to come and help? How can you chant for freedom in the streets, but when the supposed people are now freed, then they land in your country, you vanish like the ANC's election promises? You got exactly what you wanted. You've gotten some refugees from there. We don't even know that. They don't have documentation to prove that. But what we hear is they're from there. Now they are here from where they came from, how they got here, whether they're even from Gaza at all, that's not our business. But they are here now and you're keeping quiet about it. Why? Because let's keep it real. We don't even know if these people are Palestinians. We don't even know if they came from Gaza. Do you? Maybe you do. Me, I don't know. We don't know if they came from Syria, from Jordan, from Egypt, or WhatsApp group. We don't even know who paid for those flights, who organized those papers, or what story they were told. And then there's Peter Creel. Ah yes, the black man's favorite white boy. The influencer who went to Palestine, cried with activists, got into all the podcasts, took aesthetic pictures, posed dramatic captions, built a whole identity out of being there. He went to Palestine. He's the biggest industry plant of them all. He went there more times than some people go to work. He went there, and now silence. Bro is even quieter than Ramaphosa reading a resignation letter. He's quieter than his analytics the day after a controversial tweet about how apartheid is to blame for all the township suffering. He's in full witness protection mode. No video on Twitter from him. Not even a guys, this is suspicious. I don't even know where these people are from. Even he is saying fuck all. Because nobody wants to admit the truth. And not even the industry plants who are paid to do this shit. Not even their favorite poster child. Their biggest industry plant, Peter Creel. Not even he can explain what's going on. Because the truth is this. The whole thing is messy, suspicious, and politically inconvenient. It doesn't fit into the neat little online narrative everyone loves to perform. You can't make an aesthetic Instagram story out of, oh no, these refugees might not be refugees. You can't do that. You're the ones who wanted to free them. You can't build clout from saying maybe you shouldn't blame Israel automatically because your fan base is harbored to blame those people. You can't be hosting panel discussions for admitting South Africa might have actually been scammed twice this time. Take twos. And South Africa, we love performance. We live for the drama. We are addicted to theatrics. We will argue. We're going to shout. We're going to fight. We're going to protest. We're going to burn things. But when it's time for facts, verification, accountability, and grown-up decisions, ghost town. Ghost town, silence, everyone disappears like politicians when it's election season. So here we are. 200 plus undocumented, unverified, unknown individuals have landed in the most incompetent country on earth. And instead of demanding answers, verifying information, and asking some serious questions, South Africans did what they do best. Blame Israel, log off, go to sleep. Because that's the cycle. Something confusing happens, blame a convenient villain, right? If they're a villain for one thing, if you think they're a villain for one thing, they have to be the villain for other things. Ignore the real problem. Keep quiet when you can't answer a question. Move with zero accountability. Welcome to the Rainbow Nation, where logic goes to die, where outrage is currency, where activism is cosplay, and where every crisis becomes a TikTok trend for 48 hours and then evaporates into nothing. See you next time.